All right, so today we're going deep on something I think we all use pretty much every day, social media,
Okay.
especially these big ones that kind of dominate our attention, Facebook and Instagram,
Yeah.
even TikTok now. It's really interesting, though, because on one hand, it's how we stay connected,
Right.
but then you also hear about all these ways it can be, well, not so great for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that kind of double-edged sword that we really want to understand in this deep dive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I send over a bunch of articles and research, and I'm really curious what jumped out to you about the good stuff about social media. I mean, what are the positives here?
I think the core of it really is that connection, right? You can keep in touch with friends no matter where they are.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just talking either, sharing pictures, seeing what people are up to.
Right.
It's very visual, very engaging.
Yeah, and you can find out about all kinds of things, learn new
Mhm.
stuff, discover communities that you didn't even know existed.
Exactly. And let's face it, it can be just plain fun too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know I've spent way too much time just scrolling through my feed.
Haha.
But that kind of brings us to the other side of the coin, right? The
Yeah.
potential downsides to all this connectivity. What did the research say about that?
Well, one of the biggest things was the risk of just spending too much time on these platforms. Like it can start to take over your day,
Yeah.
and then other things start to slip,
Hmm.
like getting outside, spending
Hmm.
time with family, even just getting enough sleep.
It's so easy to get sucked in.
It really is. And the sources also talked about how what we see online can actually affect us emotionally.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely felt that. Like you see everyone's highlight reel, you know.
Exactly. Everyone's posting the best parts of their lives, the
Mhm.
fancy clothes, the amazing vacations. And the research really emphasized that this isn't the whole picture, right?
Right. It's like a curated version of reality.
Exactly. And that can be tough because you start comparing yourself to these perfect images, and it can lead to feeling sad or inadequate.
It's so true. So knowing all this then,
Yeah.
what can we do about it? What are some practical steps we can take to have a healthier relationship with social media?
Well, the material actually offered some really good advice. Like, moderation is key. Enjoy it, but don't let it take over your life.
Right.
Taking breaks is also super important. Stepping away to do other things, like going for a walk, reading a book, or just resting.
I like that. It's about finding that balance.
Exactly. And there was this one analogy in the sources that I thought was really helpful. They compared social media to sweet candy.
Okay.
Like a little bit can be a nice treat, but if you have too much, it's not good for you.
Oh, I see what you mean. So social media in moderation can be fine, but overdoing it can lead to problems.
Exactly. So for all of you listening out there, I guess the big question is how can we be more mindful about how we use these platforms?
It's a great point. And I think one thing to really consider is how this often perfect picture we see online might be shaping how we see the world.
Yeah,
Maybe taking a step back and thinking about that can help us be more balanced in how we consume all this content online and offline.
absolutely. That's a great takeaway.
Thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
My pleasure.